Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In this video, we are going to see the assert keyword or the assert statement in Python. This is also a way of doing exception handling and it is very interesting as well as important, right? So let us go to the Visual Studio Code and just see how this assertion, happens in Python. Now, before starting what assertion is, we should know something about the assert statement. The assert statement is useful to ensure that a given condition is true. If it is not true, then it raises an assertion error. Right? Now let us see how this can happen. Suppose I have a number and the value of that number is 10, right? And in order to use assertion, we are going to make use of this assertion keyword, and we are going to say that num is, let's say, greater than equal to 10. Now this situation is true because here that num is greater than equal to 2, so it is equal to 10, so it is true, right? And now by writing only simple this the syntax, the name of the keyword, which is assert, space separated by the logical expression, right? Now if that logical expression is true, we do not get anything in our output, because we haven't used any print statement over here. But as soon as I remove this equal to sign, which is now clearly this logical expression is now been false. Now if I now run this, you can see that there is an assertion error, right? So what assertion is? Assertion is checking of a logical expression, right? Now if the expression is true, right, we proceed in the program, right? We proceed ahead, the next statement gets executed, right? But if the expression is false, right, if the expression is false, then it raises assertion error. Now this is an exception, right? So what is the syntax of assertion is the assert keyword and then the logical expression, right? Now let me just make a very clear program of it so that you can actually understand the working of assertion, right? So in place of this, I will be asking a user to enter a number, right? So here I will be entering a number and let's say enter the number, right? Now, one thing which I wanted to make sure that the user should always enter a positive number, right? So I will be using this assert keyword, and what I want that the number should be greater than 0. If the number is greater than or let's say equal to 0, then it is a positive number, right? If it is so, then it's fine, right? Now this particular the statement is going to raise an assertion error if it is false. Writing a simple print statement which says the number is positive, right? Because the number is positive over here. Now let me now just run the code and see. I'm entering a number as 5 and enter. You can see that the number is very fine. It is 5. Now if I run this and if I enter -9, you can see that there is an assertion error. So here what we got is an assertion exception. So in order to handle that, what I'm going to do is I will be writing this complete block of code, inside this try block, right? So this should get indented. So I will be giving a tab over here, right? So now if this situation becomes false, right, then it is going to raise what? The assertion error. So I need an except block so that I can actually handle that assertion error and I will be writing a print statement which says, please enter a positive number. Now this is the complete code, and here if I run this, you can see that if I run the code, if I enter the number as here -4, and you can see it is printing please enter a positive number. Otherwise, if I run the code and if I write only the positive number, you can see yes, the number is positive. So that is how we work with assertion, right? So assert raises an assertion error which can be handled by the except block. Right now, let us see one more example so that this particular concept is become very clear to you all. Right, so let us try another example. Seeing a Python program to use assert statement with a message, right? So let us see how this works. So obviously we are going to make use of the try block, and here I will be taking a number which I will be taking from the user. So input, and in it I will be writing enter a number, let's say between 5 and 10, right? So I want a number in this particular range, right? Now if the user actually, and I need to know that whether that the number is between that range or not, right? I need to make sure that that happens, right? So here I will be making use of the assert keyword, and here I will be checking the logical expression that num should be like this, and right, num actually should be less than equal to 10. Now that is the condition, because it should be between 5 and 10, right? And if it is not the case, then what we are going to do, we are going to print a message which says that your input is incorrect, right? So I need this particular statement to get printed, right? Otherwise, what I'm going to print, I'm going to print correct input. Okay, right. Now the next thing is, because if an assertion error come, then we need to accept it, and I will be saying over here accept assertion error, because it is a class assertion error as E, right? And what I'm going to do over here is print my object E. Now this we have already seen in our previous videos, where we have actually created an object of the assertion classes. So here I am just making use of this particular extra syntax which is having the assert statement with a message. Now let me just run this code, and you can see that the prompt is asking me to enter a number. Let's say I have entered 6. The answer is correct input, right? It's working very fine. Now let's see if I entered a number which is not in the range of 5 then and 10. I've entered 45, and now you can see your input is incorrect, right? So that is how we can use the assert statement with a message, and we can also use the assertion error class over here with the except block, right? So the main purpose of assertion is to actually make sure that a condition becomes true, right? If the condition is true, the process goes on, the execution goes on as it is. But if it is false, then it raises an assertion error, because something is wrong with that logical statement, right? Because I want a number within that range, so the number is not in the range, so that is something problematic, and that is the assertion error. So we have to handle it, right? So that was all in this video. I hope that you understood the concept of assertion, and for more such videos on Python, stay tuned to my channel. Thank you.